What you doing?
Hi. Starting early,
Yeah,
apparently.
I just got out of the gym. I thought, well, let me turn that on because I got to drive. I'll never remember it.
I hear you. I was sitting here writing down topics because I'm going to start doing a series of vids, and I'm like, you just better turn it on because I'll get lost in the planning. You know what I mean? So it's either
Yeah.
set a timer or do this. So
This the first one you've done or what?
first one I'm doing. Yep.
Okay.
Ultimate goal is a couple of things. One, did you go to perchance the commercial symposium yesterday?
No, I was in a meeting all day yesterday.
Gotcha. It was, well, okay. Parts of it were really, really good, particularly when they had Kevin Harrington on, who is one of the Shark Tank guys. It's
Right.
extraordinarily good. And it really was about build your brand, get your name out there, make sure people know who you are. Don't build somebody else's brand. Don't build a company brand, build you. And part of this is to build my brand and get my brand out there. And I've been under the radar purposely for a couple of years now. And I finally cleared myself. I was coaching a big Keller Williams team, big, like major big team. And I didn't want there to be any conflict or issues with the fact that I was no longer KW. And so I just laid underneath the radar. And finally, I sort of untangled myself from that team. And it's like, it's time to build my brand. So that's part of this. The other part is soft recruiting, no recruiting during this, but obviously it's attracting.
See, I'm not into the recruiting.
Yeah, I know. You're into like pure business.
Yeah, my problem with the recruiting is I've had employees, 22 of them at one time. For 30 something years, I've always had to teach people.
Mm-hmm.
And my perception of a broker or a team leader seems to be a lot different than most 99% of them, except Gary. If I bring somebody in, I need to train them
Mm-hmm.
because the industry doesn't teach us correctly.
No, it doesn't teach
I
anything. It teaches us how to write a contract, and that's it. If you're lucky,
yeah, if you're lucky. All the training I've gotten at KW and everywhere else and online and Court or what's his name, Cordone or whatever.
Yep.
All that stuff. It's all rah bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
How I look at it, it's just you're telling me to do things that just aren't right. In fact, I have even changed my telephone voicemail and cold calling script to where now, because I've been listening to a lot of this crap that I get.
Mm-hmm.
So now I introduce myself and then I apologize for disturbing you.
I love that.
And the reason I do that is everybody's just, pound you. So I got to thinking I needed an interrupter.
Mm-hmm.
I need to interrupt your brain because what's my first thought is, what the hell is this asshole bugging me now? I'm in the middle of work and I got to answer my phone. You're bugging. So what I did is there somebody else in the room?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you're done with the language, Mike.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I saw you look back. So anyway, my attitude is I needed to disrupt her. So that's why I did that, to apologize right up front. And it works.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Everybody I've talked to last week never hung up on me, never cussed me out.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
but all the teaching is, I don't know. They just, and I'm not a rapport builder. You like me, you don't. I don't really care.
Clearly.
I really don't care.
I know.
There's
awesome.
billions of people in this world. There's someone else. I got a wife now that puts up with me, and I got a couple friends that put up with me. That's all I need. The rest of you can, whatever.
I love it. I wish I was more that I didn't care about rapport, but I do. We got about a minute and a half, so we're still just chatting.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex over here is up very early. What time is it?
Good morning, everyone. It's 5:28.
Oh.
That's when I get it.
Yeah, I do too, but I'm not on a Zoom. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good seeing you. I'm usually, I should be playing basketball right now.
Oh my gosh. I'm normally working out, but I moved on my workouts to 12:30. It's part of why I couldn't start until today. I had to kind of schedule some stuff around. So hang on. Morning, Michael. Morning, Susan.
Good morning.
Good to see you, darling. Got coffee?
No, I just read a book. I sat down to do my God time and saw this book on my shelf, and I just read this book in an hour and a half, which is called 20,000 Days and Counting.
Wow,
It's very interesting.
that's cool.
I would recommend it.
What's it about, out of curiosity?
This guy that says that just how to make the most out of your life, basically, and to think about the fact that we kind of have 20,000 days and we may have already used a lot of them up, and just a way to make every day count and have a purpose and leave a legacy.
I love that. I'm in the middle of something really similar called Die with Zero, which I was very offended by the title, and I am so enjoying this book. And it's about being very deliberate with your money and your finances. Very deliberate. It's really good. It's really good. So, morning, Andre.
Morning, Gina.
Good to see
Morning,
you.
everyone. Yeah, want to jump in, support you, and see what you're doing, and get plugged in.
Awesome sauce. Morning, Bree.
Good morning.
You got a great echo in there.
Oh.
It's all good. Morning, Betty.
Morning, Gina. Morning, everybody.
Morning, Bonetta. She's not, well, we'll give her a second. And morning, Lisa. It's early for you too.
Yeah. I'm here. Got my
Awesome.
coffee wrapped up in a blanket on the couch.
Oh, you and Alex, same time zone. Morning, Laura. Who's on mute also. All right.
Good morning.
All right, there we are. All right, let's get this thing going. It's 8:30 in the morning. So let's just start off with, and we're going to follow this basic format every single time. So let's just start off with some good stuff. So tell me a couple of good things or a good thing that happened last week. Just again, really quickly, but something really good. I'll start with mine. I signed Neil up yesterday in spite of the fact that internet went down. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how big of an area. I went to my first Starbucks to try and see if I could get internet, nothing. Went to the second Starbucks to see if I could try and get internet, nothing. And did not have enough time to drive all the way out to the third Starbucks. So made it work with me on the phone, just talking him through the application, but he did it and we're good. So who else?
Get a hotspot on your phone.
It wouldn't work because I'm so far out of the area that when we don't have internet, we barely have cell. Which, yeah, it was a mess yesterday. It was really a mess yesterday, but that's okay. He's here. He's good. It's all good. So, all right. Who else has got something good? Susan, what do you got?
I just read this book.
I love it.
A friend of mine that I was talking to last night really, really needed what I just read this morning, which is why it caught my eye on my bookshelf. So I'll be able to share this with her.
I love that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
God will orchestrate stuff in our life like that. All right.
I'm reading a book called Buying and Selling Apartment Buildings that Michael McGran suggested. And it is amazing. And I have 2 clients.
Wow. That is good.
Yeah, you need to put that in the chat.
Yes. Yes.
She's driving. She can't.
No, I'm kidding. I know. She should put it in the chat. Well,
He
she'll
gave me like
when she gets a chance.
All right. Michael, what do you got? Tell me something good from last week.
Talking about me?
Yep, you.
I woke up every morning.
Go with that today.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing. Alex, what do you got? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, did you have more, Michael?
No, I just being smart. Last week I started back to work. I haven't worked in a while. So I just started cold calling last week, picked up a couple future clients.
Cool beans. Tell everybody what your one thing is when you first answer the phone, when they first answer the phone that's working for you.
Who the hell are you? No, I changed my script around. because I've been listening to all this telemarketing and scammers calling me, so they're all hounding you immediately. So a disruptor in the brain, I needed something to change it. So now I answer, I introduce myself, and then I apologize. Basically I say, look, I apologize for disturbing you, but the reason I'm calling, and that no one hung up on me last week or cussed me out.
Oh,
Nice.
So apologizing, just apologize for it, because it's an aggravation. You know, I don't know about you all, but I answer my phone all the time because I never know who's calling from where. And I probably get 5 to 8 spam calls a day. So I just tried to figure out a way to interrupt everybody's brain thoughts. It seems to be working. I'll know more this week.
Love it. Love it. All right, Alex, what you got?
So over the weekend, I got to leverage some of my open house so I can attend my nephew's first birthday, and we had a lot of the family members from my mom's side to get together, and then we just all had such a great time, because in my my 10-year letter, I had a lot of time management of being more involved with family, getting together with them more often, because I didn't know there's so many things going on in so many of the young, like the next generation's life, where they're going through all these little things, and I never really thought about how bad they're going through it. So I made an effort to take more time to get to know or get to be with them.
I love that. What is a 10-year letter?
10-year letter is if money wasn't an issue, how would your life look 10 years from now? The perfect life. And then when I write it, it's as if I'm already living it. And mine was it was about so I started in December 27th, so it would be December 27th, 2032, and I looked back at me hosting Christmas Eve for my family on both sides, and this hasn't happened since both of my parents were together, so this was way back then. So I'm hosting family, and then as soon as like, it never really got emotional for me, like I never had an emotional attachment, and then as soon as I read it to one of my my investing group, we all these little details started going into my head, and as soon as it got to family getting together, I started choking up, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? This never happened before. And then because I've read it like 5 times, and I'm like, oh, okay, it sounds wonderful, but never had emotional attachment. And as soon as I read it to them, all these little details started swirling in my head, and I started choking up. I'm like, god damn, what's going on? So I think I was just holding back from my letter, and then I went back and rewrote some of the stuff in my letter. So the words were the same, but the feeling's different now.
Wow. I really love that. And then full disclosure, part of what this is helping me with is that I'm starting a series of videos and on YouTube, etc. And that is such a beautiful idea. And Alex, I'm stealing your idea. I love it. Thank you. All right, Andre, what you got?
I was able to bring on a small independent broker owner in Alaska, so opened up another state on our team.
Wow, cool. Very cool. Bree, let me see. You told me about the book. Betty, what you got?
Well, I did finally download the app, the Rapid Funnel Honey Badger.
Mhm.
So I'm doing the coaching. It sounds easy, so that's why I did download it, and I put some agents already in it, but I don't do the campaign. I just wanted to learn more about it. And so, yeah, that's a new thing for me.
Very cool. Congratulations.
Mhm.
Panetta, what you got?
So I signed up a new client last week, and I got to go to Myrtle Beach on the weekend. And it was just nice to be away because I work a lot. I'm always doing something. So it was really nice to just be, it just wasn't long enough. So I need to schedule more time away. And then as soon as I got back yesterday, I showed her some properties, and we were at our first contract last night.
And that's what happens when you go away. Congratulations. All right, my other West Coastie cuddled up in a blanket, Lisa, tell me some good stuff.
Let's see. I took a new listing this last week, and I think my favorite thing of the week is that I'm I'm playing Cash Flow with my son. We're relearning how to play the game. And the time spent with my son is just amazing. So I'm really happy that we bought the game and decided to do that.
I love it. I love the game. Laura.
Hello, everyone. I took the initiative to restart back on my website that I want to do as a lead generation tool. So the whole concept is weekly, I'll be sending out like a newsletter and like kind of using it as like a marketing tool. So I kind of started that last week.
Congrats. Very cool. Kathy.
Yes.
What's the good news?
I got on the Zoom.
We'll go with that one. Michael O'Keefe? You're muted.
Yeah.
There you go.
What are we doing? I got on a little bit late.
It's okay. I should have said something. So tell me something good that happened last week. What, just anything?
Well, I made a bunch of TikTok videos related to real estate. And I would say I got one real contact out of it. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks.
Very cool. I'm going to pick your brain later because I want one of the platforms I want to be on is TikTok. Well, actually, I don't want to, but everyone's telling me I need to be on it. So
But it's really easy to do. It really is.
Okay. I'm still going to pick your brain. Thank you.
All right, you can call me anytime.
Awesome. Nellie, what's something good from last week?
I was in California and yeah, well, and then just got my thoughts together. When I came back, I was calling people that I know that want to invest, and they called me early in the morning, 6 in the morning, so I have to return their calls. That's it. I'm reading the books, listening to the books. I listen to different books. One is The Shift that Brianna had told me, and Miss Bonetta. And that's about it for now. I just feel rejuvenated to call, make my calls.
Cool. Awesome sauce. Yeah, those are both good books too. Or Shift, I'm sorry, Shift is really good. I didn't mention it. Yeah. Jackie, tell me something good from last week.
Hey, Gina, I'm sorry, I'm driving, so.
It's okay.
Well, I just, I haven't been doing too much real estate, but I really want to get back and do the steps that I have to do, like farming the areas, certain areas. So that's what I'm planning on doing a little bit this week, and I think a little bit more each week as I go along, because I'm working right now full time. So I want to try to do as much as I can whenever I get a chance. But
welcome back, Jackie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mike, what's some good news from last week?
Well, from last week, hopefully tomorrow it goes well. Last week I went to a dinner and I met up with a vice president of a bank at dinner. It was the Propeller Club, so you got like the port director and a bunch of other people there. So we'll see if that goes well. The lunch is tomorrow. So
cool beans. Nice.
Yeah. I still need to do a lot of calls too. I've been a little dormant on the phone, so I've got a lot of calls to make. But yeah.
Awesome. All right. We'll let Shirley log in. Okay, this part, what I wanted to move into are challenges. So just open forum, and the concept literally is who's got challenges, and then we all can kind of pitch in because everybody brings something to this of some knowledge or expertise, or they've experienced it in the past. So who's got challenges?
How to get started. This is Bonetta. How to get started with investors. I mean, I have one that I'm working with. I'm not able to find her what she's looking for. She wants a 4-unit place here in the area, but she doesn't have a whole lot of money put down, and none of it, the several that I found, or the few that I found for her, they weren't going to bring her any income. So I want to work with other investors. I'm kind of wanting to move away from buyers to are so fickle, and I really want to focus on working with investors. So I want to know, just, I know call some real flow, but how do really people get started with them? What are they doing?
Well, I did started with the workshop I did last year. That's where I got a couple investors, and I had lenders also who work with me, and private lenders, because some lenders ask 30% down. So what I did, I look around and ask, and I went to different real estate investor group to find out. And that's how I met private lenders. So to help, I have an investor right now looking for a duplex. And it's the same thing. It's a challenge because he can only put 30,000 down. And what I had was like a duplex with half commercial, half residential. And it was like very difficult to find the insurance. So anyways, the deal didn't go through because the lender asked that the duplex must be occupied, tenant occupied. So I don't say no. So I found two other lenders that I asked another investors. So you have to keep digging and looking, and yeah, that's what I did. And I follow the GIA team with the workshop and the booklet. That's how I got investors.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Who else has got something for?
Can I share something?
Of course. That's
Okay,
what we're
so
here.
I just literally found out that we were going FHA on a property. We were second in line between 9 p.m. last night and 7 this morning. We got approved through Ribbon for a cash offer, 25,000 above asking.
Oh.
And so anyway, God is good. My clients don't have to have a $25,000 cash appraisal gap because Ribbon's going to finance the whole 425.
What is Ribbon?
Ribbon is a company that you upload your pre-approval and the house that you're looking at, and they'll make your offer to the seller cash. And then your buyer still works with their lender and Ribbon. I can send you their website. I'll put it in the chat.
Did that work with the FHA loan?
It works with the FHA. It works conventional FHA. As long as it's a solid pre-approval, like through a legit mortgage company. They used to make it where you had to work with certain lenders, but now they'll work with any lender.
Oh yeah, I want that information
That's
too.
very interesting.
It is.
There's a mortgage company I deal with, New American Funding. They make their loans, they keep their loans, they service their loans. They offer a cash buy, just like you're talking about, where they buy the property. In fact, we're working on one now. They buy the property cash with a 2% charge to the buyer. And they don't have to be, but usually I use that when I have a seller that's worried about buying a house before they sell theirs. So we can buy the house and then sell theirs.
So, but they have to take 2% of it.
So Ribbon only charges 1% if you do a traditional 30-day close. If you have a home to sell contingency to where it's a different fee, but it's one way to remove the home to sell contingency if you have a the second one, my figures were too fast. It's ribbonhome.com.
Got it. That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So they're super quick. It's within hours. I uploaded the MLS of the home and and then I put in the pre-approval and they came back with an amount that we can offer.
Wow. I was just reading about something like that on the internet, and I asked the one lender said they could make any offer cash, And so I asked the current lender about that, if they could do that. And they said, no, oh no, I'd be worried about that. So this is very timely.
Yeah, and they removed the appraisal contingency. The only thing is you still have to
Wow.
do inspection.
Okay. As a
Who
contingency,
removed the
or
appraisal?
can we do an FYI home inspection?
It's a small inspection. It's, well, not small, but just make sure like the foundation, the, you know, like the major things, they're not going to be asking for paint nicks or things like that.
So like a void, home inspection with void?
I think in Tennessee, it's just past, like,
That's
well, I
fair.
have to, yeah, but read it for your state.
Okay, got it.
Is it contingency on appraisal?
Nope.
Interesting. Oh yeah, I want to know about that. Thank you.
Do they do their own table appraisal? Is that what happens?
No, you order your appraisal and then upload it.
No, I meant they're trying, when they're verifying is they'll buy that house for a certain number. Are they doing their own table appraisal, not sending appraisal, in-house, I guess?
I don't know. I've had other colleagues that have used it successfully. This is my first deal. So I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
Cool beans. All right. What do we have going on out there?
All right, I want to still ask Brianna a question.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I thought you said that it didn't need the appraisal, but then you said you uploaded the appraisal.
No, I uploaded the pre-approval.
Okay, all right, just wanted to make sure. Thanks.
The appraisal contingency is not in your contract.
Okay.
Not
In
part
your
of-
purchase and sale. You can waive that.
All right.
it's not part of your offer.
Yeah, it's part of your offer. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's too good
Oh,
to be
I like
true.
that. I'll be on there today.
All right.
Hmm.
No, I just lost one because we had an FHA mortgage. Even though we had the highest bid, we didn't get it. So this is a great thing.
Yeah, my client is FHA. And I think because we came in second before because of that, behind a cash offer. And we came in, we're tied for first now. And so I'm switching it to a cash offer through Ribbon.
So you don't have to do an FHA inspection now because of this?
I'm finding out. I know there's an inspection, but it's not an inspection. From what I understand, it's more of the big things that would affect the structural.
Okay, so in the end, who's going to be the mortgage
Financing.
company? Ribbon?
The mortgage company that you, for the one that we're doing, because they will do a buyback if you have like a home to sell contingency, we don't. So the mortgage company that my client got pre-approved with is the one that is going to be servicing the loan, but they'll be working hand in hand with Ribbon on the back room. So the seller doesn't see that. The seller just sees the cash offer. The buyer, the mortgage company and Ribbon work together to pay the seller. And the loan is still with the mortgage company.
So the basic gist of it is it makes you look like you're making a cash offer when really you're not, because Ribbon's covering that closing on some level back end and then being
Right.
your original mortgage company.
Right.
All right, got it. Cool. All right.
I'll put my phone number in the chat if anyone, I don't want to hog up Gina's.
You're not hogging. This is exactly what I wanted was everybody kind of collaborating together with the ideas of what's going on. So way cool. Who else has got other challenges that wants to bring something out?
I can go. So
Sure.
I've been door knocking, and then one of the issues I'm running into is when people are opening the door, even like older Asian women, like because I'm Asian, there's an older Asian woman, when she sees me, I'm like, hi, I'm Alex. She slams the door and just run. And that happened a couple times. And I think it's what's been happening in California recently, like especially in Oakland, where they used a innocent looking young Asian man who goes and knocks on the door, and all of a sudden, as soon as they open and he sells, like saying he's purchasing or selling something, the other people runs in and robs them inside. So I think that's having an impact. So I'm like, man, this is getting kind of crazy. So that's one of the things that I've been dealing with lately.
All right. Ideas. My first idea is I know who was it that does it? He's out in San Jose. And when he door knocks, you know, a small child you can borrow. He takes his daughter and he taught her little tiny adorable thing. And he taught her how to say, "Daddy, I like this house." And she does it all the time. And it's the cutest thing. So he goes door knocking with her. He's got 3 little kids, but specifically he did it because he has to. I mean, he's usually got 1 of the 2 of the kids in tow, and he goes, does a Cabbage Patch doll work. All right, that's flipping hilarious.
What is it?
Alex put in the chat, does a Cabbage Patch doll work? I don't know if you dragging around a doll would make me want to open the door.
Make it look like Chucky or Annabelle with like scars on it.
When the door opens, do you take a step back?
Exactly.
Okay. What
Take a kid with you.
Does he have a pet?
Take your nephew.
Nephew, pet, kid, team up with another agent, maybe? Maybe female team up with? Looks more innocent than you?
Yeah.
That's a hard one. Is it Oakland? Is that definitely the area that you want to door knock in, or like, have you tried other areas?
No, I was actually door knocking in San Leandro and Hayward, and then I didn't really think much of it because I know with door knocking, there's quite a bit of no's, but then I'll just keep going. But this is the first time where I'm getting doors slammed more often. So then I was just like, oh man, this is I mean, I've been yelled at before, I've been slammed at before, but it's just, I see it a little more consistently in San Leandro and Hayward. And then with all like the stuff going on in the news, that's where I'm like, oh man, there's a lot of people are getting scared. It's not like no, I'm not interested, thank you. It's oh my God, there's someone. They just slam the door and just run to the back of the house. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is new.
Can you
out of
use some door knockers? You know, those door hangers. Do some of those instead. I'm doing some of those recently for my community.
Yeah, I was
Just
wondering.
out of curiosity.
Kathy?
The same thing, whether or not you could identify yourself in some way, put it on your website that you're visiting the area or whatever, and in some way that they know how to contact you so that you're legitimate and they have information. They maybe will feel safer. I don't know. It is tough.
Out of curiosity, what kind of response are you getting on door knocking?
Well, I started 3 weeks ago, and I started doing a little more consistently. I've gotten about 2. I'm considering about selling because I'm actually looking for more fixer-uppers than the other ones that I've been door knocking that have been where I got the door slammed on my face were because there weren't enough inventory for one of my buyers. So I've been door knocking for them in the specific neighborhoods that they're looking for.
What kind of response are you getting contracts and out of your door knocking?
Not as much. It's so like I mentioned, I just started 3 weeks ago. For this one, I've been getting more no's. So I've only gotten a few yeses so far of them considering selling, but it didn't go through.
Have you done door knocking in the past? And what was your results?
I haven't really done door knocking in the past, so this is more newer to me. I've done calling in the past and mailers and calling.
How was your return on mailers?
Mailers, about like 500 for 3 deals. So it's not, I guess, not too bad, but it took quite a while.
Yeah.
That's those are good results, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, those are really good results. Well, 3 out of 500. Especially because usually it takes over time. Hey, out of curiosity, are you on Nextdoor on either one of those areas, or do you know anybody on Nextdoor on either one of those areas?
I'm on Nextdoor, yeah, but I haven't utilized it.
What have you put out there? Because I know that I've seen before on Nextdoor where there's like Well, around my neighborhood, everyone's talking about who's door knocking. I mean, it goes like wildfire. Like, you know, this guy's not legit, or this guy is, it's okay. Or my nephew's gonna be door knocking this area, da, 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 da.
That's a good idea, Gina, because then the community becomes familiar with you. And
Yeah.
then when you knock on the door, people, they may recognize you, put your face, because I've done next door too. So people get to know you and then walk. Well, I don't know, that's not your neighborhood, but yeah, walk the neighborhood with a pet. And you also could do that, those door hangers, and say, hey, there's low inventory. Do you know of anybody who's wanting to sell? If they slam the door, just put that on there and keep it moving.
And eventually, yeah, if you're doing the same neighborhood over and over, they're gonna get used to you. Because
Exactly.
clearly you're not gonna be, the other thing I was thinking about, are your signs heavy or light? Your actual real estate signs?
You mean the one where we put on the post?
Huh?
No, it's not. It's not too heavy.
I know you're a buff guy. What if you're carrying that? Look. Like,
Or you can get one made, you know, like the ones that you stick in the ground that are light.
we'll work for listings.
You put on a cardboard box.
Get a tee and
What
just get a
time?
t-shirt.
Yeah, what time of the day are you doing door knocking? Because I used to do it on Saturday morning, and it's true, when you knock on door, people usually don't answer now with the COVID, especially people are scared or whatever. But on Saturday mornings, people are on their front yard washing their car or doing some front yard work, and that's where I got the best leads, talking to them, because they are open to talk. So yeah, that's, I don't know. So usually it was Saturday morning, and like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, evening, 5, 6 o'clock when people are home, but they're tired from work. So Saturday was the best day for me because I tried everything.
Yep. Yeah. Test out your Saturday, Sunday. All right.
Yeah.
It is 9 o'clock. I want to be respectful of your time. We're going to be on again tomorrow. But for my first one of these, thank you. You guys are near and dear to my heart, and it's good because you guys are good and you guys are doing exactly what you should be doing, just pitching and helping each other, which is what this is about. So have a kick butt day, and I will see some of y'all tomorrow.
Thank you, Gina.
Thank you, Gina.